The Assistant's Silent Revengery, Psychological Revenge Thriller Part 1. Invisible, but watching these say silence is a virtue. But in my case, it became a weapon. My name is Ava Turner. For 3 years, I worked as the executive assistant to Mr. Daniel Harlan, a man who wore his arrogance like a badge of honor. Charming to clients, ruthless to employees, and completely blind to the people who actually made his world run. I was the one behind his success, the reports, the deals, the flawless presentations. He took my ideas, my research, my creativity, and presented them as his own. Every time he got a promotion, I clapped. Every time he got an award, I smiled. But deep inside, I was breaking. He'd often say, "You're good, Ava, but you'll never be management material." And I'd nod, politely, while something dark and patient grew inside me. Then one morning, an email arrived. Internal audit announced. Every deal, every project, every file would be reviewed. Everyone was scared. Everyone except me. Because that was the moment I decided it was time to stop being invisible. To be continued. Subscribe to my channel Karma Strikes Back for more diaries.
Part 2. The setup. The office was full of whispers. People deleted old files, cleaned up emails, and stayed late to fix what they could before the auditors came. But I stayed later than anyone, and for a different reason. You see, I didn't need to invent lies about Mr. Harlan. He'd created enough of his own. I just had to organize them properly. He forged signatures to close deals faster, claimed company trips as personal vacations, moved money between accounts no one dared question. I had access to everything. His emails, his reports, his signatures. He trusted me completely. That was his biggest mistake. For weeks, I quietly built a story, his story, documented with every digital footprint he'd left behind. Then, I slipped all the evidence into the audit files under his name. The night before the auditors arrived, I looked at his glass-walled office and whispered, "Tomorrow, you'll finally see me." To be continued. Part 3. The Fall and the Rise. Monday morning arrived. The audit team entered the building in silence, suits, briefcases, determination. By noon, whispers turned into panic. By 2 p.m., Mr. Harlan was summoned to a closed-door meeting. Through the glass, I watched him unravel. He shouted, he denied, he begged. But every page, every signature, every forged report had his name on it. He stumbled out of the meeting hours later, pale, defeated, undone. He stopped at my desk. Our eyes met for the first time in months. "Ava," he whispered, trembling. "You?" "No." I handed him his usual black coffee. "1 sugar." "Yes, sir," I said quietly. I organized the files. That was the moment he realized. The silence he ignored had become his undoing. By evening, he was gone. A week later, I was offered his position. The same desk, the same chair. Only now, my name was on the door. As I looked out at the city lights from my new office, I smiled and whispered, silence was never my weakness. It was my weapon. Moral, never underestimate the quiet ones. They remember everything. And when the time is right, they strike without mercy.